Good morning. Welcome to my channel, Five Mirror Tarot. How are you doing this morning? They told me to jump right in. You're the little Queen of Pentacles, keeping it all together. You're not allowing, these are persons, places, things, even energies, vibrations, negative energies, toxicity that's just out there in the world. We step in it. Gets on the bottom of your shoe. And the Judgment card is you making some really good decisions. I know. I saw you this morning for my meditation. You are very settled in, very content, very, very at peace. Well, predominantly for you in your own skin. So we're going to let's release all of the karma for the entire higher good, for the entire collective consciousness, and that includes your tacky, toxic people. And in a minute, I'll tell you right now, this is many messages, an open read. This is many subjects, many messages, many blessings. You know, just so you know, keep you with the program here. I know, I'm trying to write. They have to see the sign and see the cards over there. These ones right here. Well, we're going to get into it, all of it. And I thank you for clicking on this video. And this will be a channeled message for you, for your highest good. And I trust this message has found you at the perfect time. Good morning. And I really do appreciate you being here with me. And I thank you so very much for being in this moment with me this morning. And as always, collective, I love you so, so much. I do, and I'm so very proud of you. Okay, now wait, hold on. Get a little holder here. You have no desire to get in your own way. You have no desire. You're at a place now you've never gotten this far before because you got in your own way before. Not so much you sabotaged yourself. It was you let others be a priority at crucial times. You learned this, though. You needed to stay the priority, then do what you needed to do, and then you would have had even more abilities to help them, but they were losing their minds. They whittled you down. They wore you down. If they were toxic, they manipulated you. Well, now you know better. Either way it goes, for good or for bad. And the future, you making these decisions. And everything's mighty fine. Because it is. Now then. As we get started here now, let's be honest. There is a reason that you're bully, your narcissist, your antagonist. Some of you, it's your mother-in-law. Why they are screaming, terrified of their future ill fate is breathing down their necks. This was the most interesting reading I have done in quite some time. It made me laugh, so we're gonna. Oh no, you don't. No, 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 no. I'm sorry about that. Where was I? You have made some really good decisions in the past. And now in the here and now, which will lead to in the future, you're going to be able to make yourself some very good decisions in the future that will be fine. Now then. But your toxic nitwit, I'm going to be nice. Your toxic nitwit, however, is, oh, they're in it now. They're up to their eyeballs in it and ish. And all the ish that no one would ever want to be up to your eyeballs in. So you get to see your terribly toxic ptomaine twist and turny into pretzels, and they choked on it, on all this karma, tied themselves in more knots. They're trying to put the toxicity that they spewed and they spread lies on you, trying to destroy you or make you, yeah, but they can't put that toothpaste back in the tube. And the three fates now, and tearing open that festering rot. The demon narcissism, it's like the spirit, the demon rum. The spirit of Christmas would be more constructive, but no, the festering rot, the demon narcissism, festers inside this ballsy toxic creep or creepette. There's no gender in tarot. Hold on now. For the Froud now, we always go to the fairy faith. We always go there first, because the fairy faith, the fairies, no matter what their denomination, they all serve their purpose. They serve the divine. They work with the divine. Fairies and angels are elements of air. Oh well. This one this morning is the leaving fairy. That's you moving forward with a gusto. Every new endeavor. It means, oh boy, though, this is a good thing. It's leaving something unpleasant behind. Oh, this could be a person. It can be a place. It can be a thing. Or quite simply, even just a state of mind. But I told you this yesterday, too, with a different fairy. You can't move forward until you settle this, whatever this is. And I dare say it's in your own skin. Now, yesterday it was, look real hard. There's something you're not forgiving yourself for. Because until you do that, you can't show yourself mercy. And now can you? Vibrationally, you have to leave some part of yourself. It's outdated. It's outmoded. It doesn't suit you anymore. All that means is that you've leveled up. You've outgrown it. You free yourself right now. You hear? You do it. You do that for yourself. For your own sake, do it. You know you want to do it. If you haven't forgiven yourself, say your prayers. I'm not knowing what it is. Can we identify it so I can release it and heal it? I'm sure your higher self will be pleased about it. But this fairy is the leaving fairy, that you're allowing that energy to move on. You've learned and gleaned what you can. I know Mercury's retrograde, along with, what else is right then? We have Pluto returns, and Saturn retrograde is doing its thing where forcing everyone into their north node. Everyone wanting to cling to that old guard, old south node. Not anymore. The whole planet is pushing for 5D consciousness. They're tired of this toxic crapola. Namely with the politicians, but I digress. I use both of the Froud Fairy decks at the same time because it's more fun that way. So we deep dive into the fairy realm on this channel on 5 Mirror Tarot. I know. We have fun doing it, don't we? Now, if you're on my channel, we're venturing into don't give a flying fig television, because we don't. We be ourselves on this channel. We delve in fairy tales, and the tarot, and the fairy oracles. It is a tarot reading, but it's also channeled message, granddaddy of them all. Because on my channel, you can stay safe in this new way of doing things right here. Listen to what your soul is asking you to do this morning, collective. Now then, the tarot is a self-help tool used on my channel, 5 Mirror Tarot, so the viewer can enhance self-awareness, can build emotional resilience, and tarot can help you, collective, to set boundaries with a toxic person. So no matter what level they are, boundaries are key. That's what I share with you in my PSAs, that the boundaries are key to you learning how to manage others' narcissistic tendencies, or their penchant always wanting to manipulate you, and other people see them manipulate you, then those people start, see, this is usually a family dynamic or at work. Well, tarot does not offer a magic bullet to outsmart your narcissist, but rather it shines a light, a very bright light on my channel, on all the ways to strengthen your internal capacity and having fun doing it while having a reading, to navigate the tricky relationship dynamics that you're dealing with at work or at play. I use the power of the tarot. It's for entertainment purposes only, because tarot and the fairy oracles on this channel are very key to the content that I create, and I have fun doing it. This comes from using the frequencies from using the tarot cards and the oracle cards, all of them, kind of as a mock, like the mock turtle in Alice in Wonderland, but using the tarot cards as a mock psychological tool. That's why it's for entertainment purposes, that prompts the viewer to resonate in introspection this morning. Now then, this tarot and fairy oracle reading is for fun. It's not fortune telling. It's not predictions of the narcissist's next move either. No, but this is energy work. We do tap into the energies that are dark. So that you can use your discernment, you can use your intuition in order to decide on what it is that you need to do. And I have used tarot for decades now in dealing with a bully or a narcissist, real or imagined. Either way, bullies, it's never easy dealing with bullies, no matter what caliber. But on my channel, tarot can be experienced as a potent, powerful tool. I hope to use it to reclaim your sense of your true, authentic self, but mainly, I hope you come in here so you know that you can protect your heart. I know. Tarot can be used to crack open a hope by understanding, and carefully in a constructional way, you learn to protect yourself and you'll protect your heart of manipulating the narcissist's vulnerabilities. What a twist. You are allowed to defend yourself from their treachery and their harm. You are allowed to say no to them. That's all we're doing with the tarot. It's not nefarious, and besides, it's for entertainment purposes. Tarot points out their vulnerability, which could save you in your own skin, where you figure out how to save you from harm in potentially unsafe scenarios because of something you heard on my channel, 5 Mirror Mirror Tarot. Well, we use the tarot here so that you can take your power back. So you can become incorrigible, but they're not able to manipulate you, to say the least. Stop the madness your way before they cost you any more. No more. No more. These cards, the tarot here, now potentially indicate the narcissistic traits. Due to the cards' themes, these are time-honored themes around the ego, spelled out by the tarot, being self-absorbed by their choices of journey, their lack of empathy, and belief in a twisted grand belief of their own destiny. They don't believe they're ever going to meet any kind of a fate. Oh no. Only a destiny. No. Threw that away. Now retrograde, Saturn retrograde is still moving you from known into the uncomfortable unknown. That's the North Node I said a minute ago. And this is some new phase of your ongoing growing ascension process starting in your own skin. It's what you do. And this transformation right now, this morning, there you did it again. That's your blessing, collective. That's your confirmation during this reading. This channel message. This reading is your confirmation this morning. Whatever I tell you now, all your blessings, those are yours to cherish. Permission is not granted to link or to repost this video. This video is for educational and spiritual entertainment value and purposes only. I know. This video doesn't refer to, I've got PSAs now that just go on and on about bullies. This video doesn't refer to any specific person and should not refer to any specific person as having NPD or narcissistic traits, especially to support an allegation that the maker of this channeled message video believe or support a claim that a person is literally a narcissist or a bully. Because it is for entertainment purposes only. It's a tarot reading. Now then, you focus your personal power to self-validation. You heal that heart chakra. Well done. You have a calm, sturdy belief in yourself. Because you do. You deserve that. It's what you draw from. That's you. That's you. That is so you. You are love. You are compassion. Whoops. You set boundaries that shapes how you show up in life, and you keep showing up for yourself, and then you show up here and you show me a kindness, and this is what I'm talking about. Forgive yourself when you aren't being nice or true or good to yourself. You are protected, my angel. You overcome any sort of negative love patterns. You don't have any time for that. Slow vibrational. You heighten sexual powers. Good for friendships by alleviating your inhibitions. This person likes to hold the whole household hostage. Well, let's be honest, there is a reason. Your butt nuts are screaming, terrified for their ill fate. And you get to see your terribly toxic, awful toxic ptomaine twist in the wind. Twist and turn into pretzels. They choke on it, tied on to tie themselves into more knots. And they're trying to put the toxicity that they spread all over the place. And they can't get it back in the tube. That little toxic toothpaste oozing everywhere, can't get a speck of it back in. So, the three fates. Tearing open the festering rot that's attached to your tacky people. They need an exorcism, some of them. Numbers. Seeing numbers. I know we're all seeing 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, and now we're seeing 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and then we're going to be coming up on we're seeing 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, because that's another portal. You're definitely a light worker. So much love, respect, and honor for you, collective. My divine feminine. Again, Saturn. You're getting really good in your North Node. This ensures safety during travel. A money vibration, that means money. And seeing eye to eye, fairness resonates as the Two of Hearts is what they're showing me, like a playing card. Divine feminine, divine masculine. Each one of you, sir, you're not with your Jezebel, you're with a real woman. And you, miss, you're not with your Jezebel of a boyfriend and father of your child either. Each of you are forming a power couple. That's pre-emperor, pre-empress. For the connection, I know you, both of you carry that. Both polarities in your inner divine masculine and feminine in a sacred union, which is why you're able to attract all these goodies in. You have a mechanical ability, the use of logic, and the toxic is short-tempered with pugnacity. And extraordinarily arrogant and entitled all at the same time. Soul Guide tells you true. Confirms the narcissist's plans to make you theirs forever. Run, but at it again. You are lifted out of a dark situation by the divine. They don't want you. You've got stuff you're supposed to be doing. Deep thought is reprocessed and rewired. It's preparing you. This is a new initiation for you to boss up. You've pushed deeper into being a new version of your best life as a participant now so far. That's Ginger. She's a cat. She would like some snack, is what she is saying, demanding it. You clearly blocked this toxic energy that trying to spew that goo on you. Waiting, fretting, pouty, ouch, cute bundle of nerves. F them, you just stay away from them. Two people brought into unity for God's plan. Go do that. To be matched to good. Don't you let your toxic people try to sabotage it. No, it all comes down to harmony right here. Welcome to my channel, 5 Mirror Tarot. The fairy who was kissed by the pixies. That's proud. Unconditional self-love. Given to self-love, reciprocated. Heart chakra cracked open even more. It's not like you're being stingy. Pixie kisses are savored. That energy is endured patiently. It's a surge of warmth. It's refreshing to warm your own heart for your own sake. I know. Let me see here. To get over there. Okay, now, y'all get something to drink. I'm going to hydrate here. Thank you. You get cozy. You get cozy in there. Let me get over here. It's all set up. Okay, they say they're ready to go. How are you doing? I never know where to look in the camera, so it's the autism. Well, I know it's awkward to look into a camera, but if you're highly functional, it took a lot of time and skill sets for me to not comfortable with it, but you couldn't tell. It's to make eye contact, say something, and then what did you say? I can't hear you, and always make you repeat. Nope. When you say that to me, I am not saying a word. I'm gonna I'm gonna clam up. But it took me to be an old woman before I'm still not comfortable with eye contact. Look, I'm the only one in the family that had blue eyes. And when you're a full-grown ass adult, and I was my dad's chemo partner for when he went through chemotherapy, and my older sister, because I told her to quit interrupting me. Oh, I dare not do that as the baby, right? But we're fully grown-ass adults. I never knew. She goes, don't you look at me with those scary eyes. Because everyone had brown eyes except for me and Uncle Kenny. We were the only ones with blue eyes. For generations, they were all the dominant genes, and so I was punished for having scary eyes, apparently. Oh, is that what it was? My whole childhood? Well, gee, at least now I know. I know. What does the divine need to share? I'm telling you, this one made me laugh because I've been seeing them get karma lately, but not like this. This is pretty funny. So see. It's easy for me to make eye contact with a camera. Want to know why? It has 1, 2, 3 eyes. Boy, I've been able to sail through childhood if I just knew to look at these. And they're all mean-spirited teachers and authority figures and stuff. Especially in school. They're, making you take tests with a number 2 pencil and you had to fill out bubbles. Yeah, that started with us in 1966. We were the first ones that had to learn that fill in the damn bubble crap for the aptitude tests for Albuquerque public schools. Anyway, there's a reason that you're a toxic titmouse. Is attacking their own flying monkeys and their allies, even on social media. It's just gossip. It's scandalous. It's scandalous. It's scandalous, and they do not know what to do. And usually when anything goes about, in the past, it was their custom to just take everything out on you. Their uncomfortable emotions and negativity, they just puke it onto you, and they somehow clear that energy out and just keep doing that to you and draining the life out of you, treating you like dirt. Well, there's a reason they are screaming, and this isn't about the authorities cracking down on this nefarious. I told you that this is for entertainment purposes, but they did something to do around real crime. And from what I can gather, this is loose lips sink ships. Don't know, because it's a collective reading, if your person is literally involved in a crime, but they were in on it to the point that they spoke in confidence to the wrong person, and it got out that they spoke, and now they're in trouble with their own family members, peers. It's getting pretty nasty. And then there's the being in spiritual court could wind up trickling down into their low vibrational world where they actually do somehow have to show up. They're a rat, they have to show up in court and rat other people out and put other people in prison to keep themselves either at the very least out of trouble or harm's way, or to keep themselves out of prison or jail themselves. So this is for entertainment purposes because it's a tarot card reading. Now the bully's name is Mud, and it's all about his network of enablers and flunkies that turn against the creep. They're caught up in the machinery of their own toxic corruption. You know, this could be office politics. Which one? At school, this could be work, at play, this could be a family environment, amongst your soul tribe, people in your church community, if you go to church or belong to some kind of, you could be in community theater. Oh, she really wants a snack, and Uncle Grayrock is asleep. He doesn't hear her. You don't care what the future holds. You know what you're supposed to be doing, but you also can see what they're up to. You're getting you get the whiff of it. You're getting a whiff that they're up to do something nefarious to you. The next one is and you're unburdened. Like I said, you keep nipping it in the bud. And then you level up and you move beyond them as they try to step into something else quickly to do you. And again, you get out of it. Hangman's reversed. And then you're getting a message to start a brand new season. This is a new season for a reason. That you've outgrown some of these things, persons' behaviors towards you. You could have cut them or limited their contact if he's the father of your child or something, you know. But some of you have been able to go no contact finally. I saw that this morning. I'm so proud of you. Good for you. Now what crosses the situation for collective? What crosses? The toxic dam is finally burst this morning, is what crosses it. What crosses the situation? Ooh. Oh, I like that one. What crosses it though? I don't care what I like. The Chariot. Yep. Your toxic, tacky people, your butt nuts. In this channeled message, the truth is staring everyone in the face. No amount of gaslighting will do. I feel that they are losing their grip on reality. That's for educational and entertainment purposes. It's a joke. No one real or imagined to blame here. Pure blind toxicity fueled panic. No, that's the part that tickled me at 3 and 4 in the morning. I started laughing. They're just so just pure blind panic. Father Pan. Panic. That was his gift, Father Pan, was to instill panic and terror in those that he's all sweet in the spirit of nature, but there is a fourth phase of Pan that you don't mess with him in that version of himself. And no, it has nothing to do with the Christian version. No. It would be down to you not respecting what, let's break it down, through what the Godhead itself. He used to be, when they say, hail to Pan, Eopan, Pan is all, because that's just how far mankind in that era had evolved spiritually. And the pantheon came from the one God. Sound familiar? Then that, I think eventually we break that down into Mithraism. Sound familiar? Oh, I can do all of those videos over on Patreon, and we can have lovely discussions over there. But I will always come here first. You're my priority. But we got all the time in the world before I do that. Then we've got the death reversed. They opened up a whole new can of worms, thinking up things to do to you new, fresh and anew for Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year. They're getting in trouble for it now. By the divine isn't having it. Ace of Cups reverse. The Two of Pentacles balancing out for you, and Temperance for you in alignment. Now then. In that make-believe world in their own head, they're in complete and total chaos. And they can't take it out on you. You're just not, I'm so proud of you. You're just not there on any level at all. It's stressing them out. They're addicted to your energy. See, they're trying to not close down the negativity if that's all the only way they can get supply. If they can't get positive supply out of you by being good little toxic butt nuts, then they'll get your attention just being just dirty, rotten scoundrels. But I'm telling you that the divine isn't having it, and instead them kicking your cup over because you've got stuff you're not to be interrupted doing for the divine. They're not having it, so you'll be protected. So they're kicking over toxic persons, all of them actually, but that main one, while keeping you stable and balanced and grounded and connected, because they're trying to separate your connection to the divine by destroying those other preliminary mindsets, trying to stop you from being completely in alignment. You already are. This is how stupid they are. You're already in alignment. They can't delay or stop what's already come to be, because it's the divine. Yes, they're ridiculous. What's the basis of the situation? Oh yeah, this was the toxic misfits reaction. Okay, hold on now. You go on, you open that portal on 11/11. This is the Four of Wands. And on the heels of that is the Hierophant is guiding you, and you are the High Priestess. This is what you're supposed to be doing over here. While they are being devoured by their own evil intent, it's turning on them. Time they direct something at you, it immediately is recycled and repurposed back to them. It's committed to doing that. You broke a generational curse, which is one reason why they can't do anything to you, because if you broke your family's generational curse, you're part of that family that you broke the curse for. Got it? Eight of Wands, arrows of love on the heels of that 8, 9, 10, 11. There's another 11. Open the portal on the 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, a week later. On the 18th, there's a window for you between the 11th and the 18th. Your ship comes in. personal satisfaction, Knight of Cups, and self-love. So what's into your self-love practices? Eyeballs deep in that. You pull in the law of attraction sevenfold, that's 7 of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. Toxic misfits reaction. They felt cornered today. And then watching you not be affected, they keep harping on this narcissistic major rager binge, the energy-wise, and his flying monkeys, his family members, other enablers. Do not protect your bully. So sorry. He or she will say, well, he says that he will rat them out and take them down, or he will wipe them all out. They're losers. They're he's projecting. They're saying the truth about themselves, but puking it on others, not you. I'm sorry I had to. See, you opened it on the 11th. And you popped through it. Now you're getting these huge downloads from the divine. Because it's your nature. This is your authentic true self. That's part of your spiritual ascension. I said at the beginning of our reading. And this is them losing hands down for going up. They really think they can tell the universe and God and you work for the divine. It's your nature to be who you are, doing what it is you're supposed to be doing there. And they go up against you and lose the losers hands down. You're committed to being who you are authentically, staying in the here and now, keeping your chakras in alignment, and you're magnetized. Your soul, and you are bringing in all the things that you desire because it's your life and you're the only one who should be allowed to create those things, don't you think? And it comes together so quickly, your head spins. Arrows of love of self. And here's that 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 is the 4 of Wands. Add these together is the number 11. I counted the cards. In between was 7. A week. 18. Your window is between the 11th and 18th. Where you show up for yourself. And by doing that, you level up in a completely fabulous way. And then look at the opportunities for you to shine and never cover up your shine for a tacky, toxic person. And again, you work for the divine. You're being rewarded for showing up for yourself. And you keep doing that consistently. You've been doing it a really long time anyway. Until you get used to it on that level. And look at your reward then. I'm proud of you. Oh my goodness. But over the next 2 weeks, you get to hear that shrill cry of all of them. Catch 'em by the toe. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Catch a narcissist by the toe. When he hollers, let me go. I'm playing a victim. Pity me. They are seeing the error of their ways. Will they change? No. Well, but it means, and they're stuck. They can't take action. They can't raise their vibration out of this low, 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 low vibration. In order to, it's too desperate. You can't get out of trouble when you're in desperation. You cannot raise your, I don't care who you are, you can't raise your vibration. They wanted you stuck in your head. Oh, they're stuck in their head. You were stuck in your head and you managed to heal yourself. Nobody found you or helped you or assisted you. You were left in a really bad way, and you managed to do it. They're like, I can, I'm a child, I'm a man-child. Page of Pentacles cannot keep it together in order to, and they're pissed off because they think they're superior to you. They're better than you, and you healed from all that vile way that they treated you, ghosted you, left you, never explained, never apologized, and left you alone for so long that finally you didn't want an apology anymore. You healed yourself. You didn't want to know anymore. You just kept moving forward, and they got pissed at you because you healed yourself from all that excruciating pain, and nobody came in to help you to deal with it. And here they are with the equivalent of a frickin' hangnail. Yeah, King of Cups. That's you. Negotiating, fulfilling the needs of others around you. And this is a marriage of your professional life and your personal life and your spiritual life. Humming along. Being exposed to things that you really love doing. So over the next 2 weeks, that's what you do. But this shrill cry that you hear is the sound he or she will take all these people that have been helping them and do stuff to you too. You know, they did stuff to other people too. Because you are too busy just trying to cope with what they do to you. But he will take them down too. He's not going to the slammer alone, plans to rat them out. That's not a strategy. That's a narcissistic collapse. That's for educational purposes, yet entertainment because it was a joke. Your bean counting cheapskate of an ex-partner, collective. That shrill cry pierces the cold night air, makes your eye twitch. He or she watched the walls start to close in pretty tight on them. They've never seen that before. It's freaking them out. But your butt nut realizes they did this, and they're going to have to face something, you know, like, and they don't believe in karma, but that's only a part of what they're going to be facing. Reality is going to be pretty grueling. What crowns you? There's nowhere left to run from karma. Which one? Which one? Ooh, yeah. Past catching up to them. 6 cups reversed. 9 of wands. They're not a spiritual warrior. They're not any kind of a warrior. Tough as nails. Nada. And you can see this. You're going to see them get their karma with the Hermit, and you're going to watch they create their own demise. Metaphorically? Got it. Metaphorically. They're too chicken to do anything to themselves. I think they might try to, lame ass. We know they tried to fake their death and then ran off. Got it? That would be more inclined, but not really, to bring harm to. No way. No, you have to have self-respect and integrity to even suggest that you feel like harming yourself or others. You have to have integrity and some modicum of self-respect to mention it. It's the cowards that don't say anything. They just do crap. And they don't care what that does to who they leave behind. They don't care. But see, you can see this. You see them getting the things and people, those are the people turning on him. That's the burnings, bridge after bridge after bridge after bridge. Some of these are his or her family members, and you can see it. You can see their if they don't put it to rest and change, that they're going to, how do I say that? They will, like, I don't know, like cross your eyes. And when they told you when you're a kid, if you cross your eyes and someone hits you in the back hard enough, your eyes will stick that way. Okay, this is kind of their line of thinking. They're stuck this way. It's going to be too hard for them to change. It's what they just don't have it in them to do it. They don't know anything else. But there's no place left for them to run. Your high and mighty bully can't even negotiate reality anymore. That's for entertainment purposes. It's a joke. So yeah, this is God's wrath. That is for spiritual entertainment. This is God's wrath. This is God getting vengeance, because that's his gig. It's not yours or mine. That's what that hermit card was I showed you. The bully is out of time. They're out of batshit crazy allies. And they're on the road to nowhere. The real nowhere man, living in a nowhere land. Say hello to oblivion of bully. And what's definitely in the future. Which one? Definitely in the future. La 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 la. Ooh, that's a lot. Justice. See. 7 of Pentacles. Page of Cups reverse. They want to do better, but 2 of Cups reversed. They don't see eye to eye with anyone or anything. You are given an offer, 4 of Cups, because you keep counting your blessings. 4 of Cups leads to the 5 of Cups. That goes up 1, where you take these 4 and the 4. That's 4. And then the 2 behind the man and the 5 of Cups that are still standing up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of Cups standing up. Fair exchange of energy in your life. Ooh, that's your ability to manifest culmination. While they're so focused on what they've gotten themselves into here is going to keep them busy and out of your hair. Ooh, let's say that's to God's glory, and we heap praise upon God's name for that, don't we? They went full dickhead mode. He must burn his clique of motley crew to the ground. A bully can see that it's the end of the ever-loving line. And I can feel this wretched person's panic. They're flailing. And there's this desperate urgency in threatening his cohorts. And for you, miss, and you, sir, they're consorts. Those would be the ones that they're hanky-pankying, or the consorts. And the cohorts are going to be like, Jezebel's parents. Yeah. Got it. These are gang stalkers for hire who mercilessly went after you at one point. And for no reason. Just to make life intolerably toxic for you, collective. They've got their rocks off doing it. Well, not anymore. You're getting justice just by being you and showing up for you and going over here and doing what you're doing. So this doesn't splash on you. Everything they invested in going after you, they were all told, I know him, especially your core people that sick them on you, were told to quit messing with you, and then they got other people to mess with you too. Yeah, so there's your pinnacle right there. That's your reward for not getting vengeance. You didn't get revenge on them. And because you didn't get revenge on them, all of their schemes, you repel them. This is you repelling them. They're a child. This is you counting your blessings. 1, 2, 3, 4, all upright. 2 and 4 is 6 of Cups, is a fair exchange of energy and love in your life that you didn't get in your life because they were screwing up your ability to manifest properly, to stay on your square, to stay grounded, balanced, centered, and connected. They were messing with all of that, and they were told to quit it. And they wouldn't. They kept doing it. Like they were compelled to do it. You know? I know. I want to those around collective, think of you, collective. Which one? Ooh, but wait, if you had to pick between them. Okay. Ooh. Oh, victory for you, 6 of Wands. Nightmares for them, 9 of Swords. For them, reversed 7 of Wands. They cannot justify or defend what they are. They're stirring up the shith pot. Stirring it up. 5 of Swords. You defeat them and go on to do what your family sees. You have a decision to make. You're just going to go on and not do any more of this toxicity. They're so happy. It's been going on for so long. But see, they know you're victorious. You've made it to the point where you can move far enough along, and that is these toxic people's nightmare. Some of you, this is at work. If they're still there and haven't been fired or something, right? Then they've been demoted. But they can sit at the lunch table alone for all the... They cannot defend what they did at work. For some of you, this is a collective reading. Which is why it is also an open read, because it's a collective consciousness. It's not a private reading. So that's why I ask you to keep the parts you love resonate, and you just let the rest go to the people who need that information. You defeat them. Your family and loved ones see that you defeat all of this same old shit, different day. And that you have a decision to make to keep moving forward, doing life this way is much. They think you're much happier. Well, I think you're much happier. What's your heart's desire? Which one's the heart's desire? Heart's desire. Ooh, with these 3 of 2s, they're all... Heart's desire. Ooh, it's a bunch of them. Ace of Wands reversed is replaced with the Ace of Swords right side up. The world is you graduated and you're starting a new cycle as the Empress. And because you are so good at being the Empress and ruling your empire, your butt nut's going to be really burnt, but that's their karma. This is what they had planned for you for always. You were to have nothing in life. The divine says, no, collective works for us and has graduated and leveled up, band. So there. Now you really you were doing good before running your empire, but gee. And because you are that successful, it's doing their head in. They went from the 8 of Swords trapped in their head about you're doing better without them. You look better without them. You have money. You have everything at your... You've got blessings coming in, and their life is a bucket of shit. Because, gee, I can't imagine why. In the tarot, the way I interpret it, this is the epitome of look in the DSM-5 manual of a NPD, a narcissist, a maladaptive, psychotic, antisocial, a sociopath, a psychopath narcissist. It's a tarot card reading, YouTube. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only, because it's fun. We're doing a tarot card reading. Lighten up, YouTube. I I know what's the outcome. This pathetic loser sees that he's not worth it. Not for their motley crew, their helpers, their minions. Not for anyone, actually. They've seen what happens to people when they chain themselves to evil. That's why the flying monkeys are starting to turn. This happens to a bully now. Who can say what's going to happen to him next? That's what they're afraid of. And they're all waiting to watch a big-ass bully go down. See, they know that they're destroying him. They want to see him go down. Or her. It's no gender in tarot. This isn't true friendship. This isn't loyalty. Even those opportunists hiding from the public sight see the bully's ship is ready. It's really taken on some water here. Faster than the narcissist can spin it away. And speaking of spin, no rational person can be spoon-fed enough excuses and be gaslit all this hooey. Decide with them on the self-inflicted error that they keep compounding daily. They keep making it worse. What's the outcome? Okay, that's a lot of cards. Moon reversed for them. They don't know the danger up ahead. You don't care. King of Pentacles reversed can lose in their loss of emotional control. 1 minute happy, mad, glad, sad, like stripping their gears, all of the emotions, loss of emotional control. Screaming, yelling, sobbing, crying, laughing like the Phantom of the Opera laugh. Why? Because they can see that you have it together. You go on to the Ten of Cups. The Sun reversed for them is them being exposed as the walls cave in on them, metaphorically. And you put finishing details on Eight of Pentacles. You put the finishing touches on what you're doing now that they've been trying to knock you off your square and they can't. You're succeeding. You're going to do it. Fate tears open the festering rock called the spirit of narcissism, festering inside of a ballsy creep or creepette. You get to see the toxic ptomaine twist himself into pretzels and knots, trying to put the toothpaste back in the tube after spreading that smear campaign on you that was a tissue of lies. The bully or the toxic is terrified of their ill fate just up ahead. Let's be honest. There is a reason your bully is screaming. Now then, your toxic one's past has come back to not only haunt them, the past is biting them hard on the tuchus, having a hard time trying to convince his toxic self and the others of their superiority and entitlement and going after you for all this time. But at the same time that they were doing that to you, some of them were involved in nefarious, sometimes illegal or criminal if they knew it was or not. They've been caught at it. Your bully is acting a little paranoid about being lined up by karma and being attacked by his or her peers and co-conspirators, and will resort to any length to save, either criminal or pathological, to save their miserable skin. Stay away from your person. You're toxic. You stay away from them. They're very unstable. You're not a professional. You stay away from them. Use your discernment. He'd rather threaten his own minions to make sure that he doesn't have to go to jail or prison. The bully's going to throw all of them under the bus. And all of what they did is on public record. That's what I saw this morning, and that made me laugh. They've proved. They thought that since they didn't get karma at the time they did this, all of these nefarious deeds that are allegedly crimes for real, landed them in spiritual court first, because we talked about that 3 weeks ago on 5 Mirror Tarot. Go look at my playlist. Karma caught up to them all, and I feel this is a narcissist who is literally facing jail time for past crimes or intent. Because you didn't get away with the crime, you tried, they tried to perpetrate a crime and got caught. You can get away with it, but you can still go, yeah. It's more and more likely to continue. He has to betray more co-conspirators. If it serves their miserable highs, then it serves their preservation. Your toxic terror's primary motivation is to avoid consequences, whatever that turns out to be in the real world and in real time. That's what the Hermit card was. You see every manipulation in play, at play in real time. Blame twisting, lying on the flying monkeys to protect the narcissist's hide, miserable hide, their own skin, without regard to ruining the lives of his minions involved in gang stalking you. Well, they went too far, and it went on and on for far too long, and so the divine is manifesting that they got caught doing these other things while they were harming an earth angel. Do not mess with my anointed, saith the Lord. Oh, we're going to do it. We're going to keep doing it. No, you're not. This is divine retribution. This is God's wrath. That's the danger up ahead for them. No matter how they try to keep track of their lives, and they can't. I told you they can't keep it together. They're a rat, having to deal with what they did this and chose to do. You pick and choose your battles. And you chose not to get involved in this because the divine was going to get you if you did. You know what I'm telling you is true. And this is when they really get the hammered. Well, you're a craftsman daintily finishing touches on what it is that you need with your magnetized soul, taking a risk. When you're starting a fresh new beginning, a start, prosperity and abundance. I'm going to find time doing it. So, which one? Okay, I'm going to tap into the angelic realm to get that vibe going now. The soul of the wicked desireth evil. His neighbor findeth no favor in his eyes. I mean, see, his little flying monkeys, it's not working. They're turning on him and her, or her. When the scorner is punished, the simple is made wise. That's you. You're the simple. You're made wise. You in that hermit card, you were watching this unfurl because the divine was showing you are protected. Use your discernment. And when the wise is instructed, he receiveth knowledge. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Now then, the one that I did between 3 and 4 in the morning with the Bible. Psalms 18:1. I will love thee, O Lord, my strength. Divine masculine, divine feminine. Your karmic person is a child emotionally. This is for entertainment purposes. It's a joke. And this means David attributes his deliverance from his enemies, including Saul, to the Lord, to be delivered from harm, to be rescued, to be saved by a whisker. The deep problem with your karmic is that he or she is a narcissistic bully, but they are also a coward. I love you, O Jehovah, my strength. That's what David said. Now, the combination of these two traits in a narcissist are dangerous, very dangerous. This is for educational purposes. But, Miss, your karmic is also a perv in the true meaning of the word. That's for entertainment purposes only. Means that he or she is turned away from the truth. This verse in the Bible means this expresses David's love for the Lord and his praise for God, delivering him from his enemies. Moreover, your karmic person is over the top, and he or she really hates the truth. Now, David declared God as his strength. So my God, my rock, and the horn of my salvation, my high retreat on 5 Mirror Tarot. I call upon Jehovah, who is worthy of such praise, and from my toxic enemies I was saved. I like that, Holy Spirit. Your person is jaded. The things that you've seen this broken person do, the things that you see, the things that you hear, but dealing with it's just insane. It's insane, collective. Nice touch, though, sobbing like a pissed off 3-year-old. You can't believe how your person wants to deliberately continue merrily skipping down a dark as hell path, don't they, though? Now then. You give endlessly, collective, because the light inside of you is without end. And that's always been for your sake first. That's what you draw from. You didn't think I knew that, did you? But it's true, so. You think you know the story about the star money. The star money. There was once upon a time an orphan. I know. And she was so poor that she no longer had her own room to live in. You are in an elevated state of knowing that you have everything that you could ever need inside of yourself. You show up for yourself daily. You do all of this work. You work so hard. I know, and your energy is so lovely, collective. Now then, she also didn't have a bed to sleep in. And at last, she had nothing else but the threadbare clothes that she wears, and a few crusts of bread in her hand, which some charitable soul had given to her because she was so good and she was so pious. She's just a little child. The Star Money is a short story from the Brothers Grimm. It is all about unconditional generosity and faith, which leads to some unexpected rewards. And that should resonate with you. I told you. I just gave you your blessings of abundance. You're funny, collective. The level of generosity that you bring to the world. You are holy. You are the divine in your heart space, and so the divine sets you free. And you're being celebrated by your angels and your ancestors right now. Again, so you think you know the story of the Star Money. Oh, well, the protagonist, this fairy tale, centers on a poor thing, a very tender-hearted orphan girl who literally has nothing but her clothes on her back and a single loaf of bread given to her by one kind soul. Your answers are right about now coming in. And you keep on releasing any attachments to things that no longer serve you, like being shy to make others comfortable because they want you to be shy. You're so shy and that's them making you small. You're not going to do that. You're not going to be bitter. You make yourself small. It makes you grumpy. But the truth is far older, and according to Carl Jung, much darker collective. And this character's fate was far too disturbing for me to frame the argument in a run-of-the-mill fairy tale. The tactics of your bully or your narcissistic can deeply impact one's mental and emotional well-being. This is for educational purposes. But you get hooked on a fairy tale, it takes the sting out of its tale. So her journey and her acts of charity is proven when she ventures out into the cold, cruel, narcissistic world and encounters a series of beggars. She shows enormous generosity to other poor people. So drawing upon original versions of fairy tales that are never sanitized on 5 Mirror Mirror Tarot. Oh, what fun would there be in that? And together, you and I, we see that it is revealed how these tales illustrate each stage of alchemical work iterations required for us as a soul family to get insights using the tarot and the fairy oracles today, collective. She gives a starving beggar all of her bread. Now you make room for creating a sacred space for yourself in your own skin, or you make a little place in your home, little altar or something to meditate. Well, this channeled message is laced with a plethora of PSAs using these helpful clues as a warning, asking for the viewer to use your discernment. 2 or 3 cold children, and she gives over her winter hat, her jacket, and finally her smock, her dress. The tarot and the fairy oracles readings are valuable. This is a way to convey the importance of the PSAs. And these are also channeled messages, and this one is the 4 of Wands reversed. That gal didn't have anything to celebrate, and she gave what she could to those that were less fortunate than she was. Always giving more to the less fortunate than you are, collective, and you give endlessly because the light inside of your heart space, it's without end. It's infinite. And then you get rewarded for your kindness in really unexpected ways. What a real nice surprise. The story has a timeless theme. In the end, she is clothed in the beauty that is found deep within her soul, the beauty that's in her soul. And she stood, and she had not one single thing left. Suddenly some stars from out of heaven fell down. And they were nothing more than hard, smooth pieces of money. She gave her shirt away, and now she has a shirt that's brand new of fine linen. Your loving soul, collective, put your ego, which is in service to the divine, and you put your trust, because you trust spirit, and you trust your soul, working together. And love is divine. You are nothing but lovely, lovely love, collective. Now, she gathered together the money into her linen pocket, and she was rich all of the days of her life. Now then, how did she come to such a tragic state? Narcissistic parents engage in toxic and dysfunctional behaviors because of self-absorption and lack of empathy. It means that they view their child not as an individual with their own needs, no, never. But the narcissist sees their child as an extension of the narcissist. And so the extension of themselves part and seeing their child as an extension, that is narcissistic supply for that parent. Now you, collective, your life is up to you. Use the divine will inside of you. Do it. You know you want to. You know you love to tap into that. So their nasty, toxic actions are driven by a constant need for admiration and for control, but not by a desire to nurture their poor child's well-being. The narcissist never prepares their child for an independent future, including financial security once the parents croak. This is for educational and entertainment purposes. We have all the power within us, collective, as a collective consciousness right now, to take our lives back into our own hands. That is our blessing. We are claiming on 5 Mirror Mirror Tarot this morning. Now, the orphan girl's parents had an inability to understand or care about the feelings of the little girl, and they never cared about meeting the basic needs of their only child. Now, the struggle with the impact to grasp the impact of their actions on their children's emotional or financial future. They didn't care. The structure in her family's household revolved around serving the parents' needs, unquenchable needs for attention and validation. Their only child's needs were suppressed or flat out ignored. You alchemize, you transform pain and suffering into a greater capacity to love, collective. That's how you do it. Now, love and affection were given to that little orphan girl conditionally, and based on the child's ability to meet the parents' demands or enhance the narcissistic parent's image by having her. This made the connection transactional rather than nurturing. Narcissists do not plan a child's future. When the parent dies, the survivor is left to deal with the accumulated emotional trauma and the practical consequences, including financial instability. There was no soft place for this orphan girl to land. The feeling of being victimized stems from the profound parental betrayal of the parental duty of her parents. Narcissistic parent uses their position for their own selfish needs, leaving behind a legacy of struggle for that little girl. She is grieving for 2 parents who never showed up for her when they were alive. There is no shade of darkness steeped in narcissism we can enter without being met by love, by showing up every day and being every human being your most authentic true self. Now, the children of narcissistic parents exhibit traits like low self-esteem, chronic self-doubt, and people-pleasing tendencies. Bingo! That's for educational purposes and entertainment purposes. This is a fairy tale and a tarot card reading. The orphan has problems with setting boundaries. That is the Page of Cups reversed. Problems fully trusting others. That would be the 2 of Pentacles reversed. And she formed unhealthy relationships. She had an insecure attachment style. She has difficulty regulating her feelings or emotions, and is in constant fear of being judged, fear of being criticized. And she's just a child. We seek to protect every man, woman, and child this morning on 5 Mirror Mirror Tarot by unleashing unto them the power of God's healing white light. And we thank God for He blessed all of us in the glorious warmth of His kindness this morning. And this beam of energies has been enriched with God's own unconditional and non-judgmental love. He is loving you, and he is protecting you on all levels. If you believe in him or not, he said he did not care. I was to bless you. Now, extol, send. Thank you. I extol the name of King Jesus. I ask our petition to the angelic realm be made correct. We send our petition to the angels and ancestors with all due respect. Thank you. Thank you. And now every person, we are raising our vibration, our soul family, to reflect the values associated with the fifth dimension and the 5D vibration we willfully love to maintain. We are uplifted by positive energies that keep our high vibes flowing. And so we can become healthy, divine, chosen ones forevermore. I get to come back and do this again. I know. Thank you for creating this magical space with me. And we just expanded on it. It just grew and grew. It keeps getting bigger and bigger. And I'm so grateful. And if you would like to see more videos, I've got a playlist of almost 150. I haven't been here very long, but you can, at the end, you can click on the rutilated quartz heart right there. So you can subscribe, and it also lets the algorithms know that you got to the end, and I'm so grateful. And as always, collective, I love you so much, and I'm so very proud of you, and I absolutely cannot wait to do it all over again in the next reading for our next channel message. Oh my goodness. Oh, let's go. And I love you guys. So we have to say bye-bye. I hope you go out there and you have a really great day.